Amusement parks are supposed to be fun. Bright lights, loud music, laughter everywhere. But not these. These parks are empty, silent, left to rot. They were built for joy and then abandoned. Before I begin, make sure to like and subscribe. Number 1, Six Flags New Orleans, United States.
I really want to know if I'm the only one scared of this. So this is the abandoned Six Flags that used to be in New Orleans. That is just completely abandoned now because it was flooded during Hurricane Katrina in 2005. So it does have some mechanophobia elements to it, but just the thought of all of these pieces of machinery, roller coasters, statues, buildings, all of that were like halfway underwater, and they were like that for months before it kind of dissipated, and now they're just rotting. Like this photo, disgusting. Poor SpongeBob, check him out. I don't know why. It's just something about abandoned amusement parks that freaks me out so much. Just the thought that there's no lights, there's no electricity, and there's just these gigantic things of machinery, roller coasters, vines growing all over them, halfway in the water, just makes me ill. I don't know how I'm able to play The Last of Us because it's full of that. Like this machine, like it used to be a roller coaster, and like it's over that water, that pond, super murky, disgusting, very some mechanophobia, but more above water kind of situation. But yeah, do abandoned amusement parks freak you out too? If you had to go and hang out in an abandoned amusement park after dark, would you be able to do it, or would you be scared? Am I alone in this?
This park was supposed to be packed in the summer of 2005. Instead, Hurricane Katrina hit. Six Flags New Orleans was flooded, 14 feet of water drowned the park, and it never reopened. Today it sits frozen in time, rusting, rotting, a post-apocalyptic playground. Number 2, Nar Dreamland, Japan.
This is a fake Disneyland that is now abandoned and destroyed. The park was called Nar Dreamland, and if you went there before 2006, you would notice an eerie resemblance to Disneyland. Back in the 50s, a businessman was set to open an actual Disneyland in Japan, but Walt Disney ended up pulling out of this deal. Despite this, the businessman continued with his idea and ended up creating a cheap copy of Disneyland. From the famous castle to the park entrance, it was clear what he had done. The park was a hit for a long time, until new competition drove them out of business. Afterwards, Nar Dreamland was abandoned and left untouched for 10 years.
Opened in 1961, Nar Dreamland was Japan's answer to Disneyland. It had castles, parades, even a main street. But when Tokyo Disneyland opened in 1983, Dreamland couldn't compete. Visitor numbers dropped. By 2006, the dream was over, abandoned. Now only urban explorers and ghosts roam the streets. Number 3, Pryyat Amusement Park, Ukraine.
There are very few things that are creepier than abandoned amusement parks, but this one, it definitely takes the cake. It's called Pryyat, and it's in the Ukraine, and it was only working for about a month before it had to completely shut down because of Chernobyl. Which, if you don't know what Chernobyl is, look that up on its own. I may make a video of it eventually, but it is terrifying. And I am not recommending anybody go to this abandoned place. Please don't. Safety warning. But even if there was no radiation in the air, I would not go anywhere near this thing. It is so absolutely terrifyingly creepy. Like, imagine it at night. Imagine it in the pitch dark, which that's something that scares the heck out of me. And I'll just be sitting there and thinking about, at like 2 a.m, thinking about the Six Flags that's very, very close to me, and imagining it in the pitch dark and the roller coasters in the pitch dark, and I freak myself out. These abandoned rides and that gosh darn Ferris wheel that I hate, abandoned amusement park rides with rust on them, freak me out, and I don't know why. I always imagine them underwater, and I just, why do I like to scare myself? Oh, and you see these buildings up here? Yes, one of them is an abandoned hospital, in case you were wondering, and it's also presumed haunted, of course. So if it was legal and if it was safe, would you go anywhere near this abandoned place? I absolutely would not.
This park never even got to open. It was scheduled for a grand opening on May 1st, 1986, but days before, the Chernobyl disaster happened. The entire city of Pryyat was evacuated. The rides, still there, rusting away in the radioactive silence. Number 4, Okpo Land, South Korea. Okpoland had a dark reputation. After several fatal incidents, including one involving a duck-themed ride, it closed in 1999 without warning. Visitors showed up one day and found the gates locked forever. The rides, still standing, still creepy, like the fun never really belonged there. Number 5, Spree Park, Germany.
This abandoned dark ride in Germany is one of the scariest things I have ever seen, and you're gonna hate every piece of this video. It's called Fantasia Land, and it was in Germany, and it is a water ride, dark ride. And yes, it is abandoned, so everything that I'm showing you right now is sitting in complete pitch darkness. This spider thing that you go under, this gigantic, I think it's supposed to be King Kong animatronic, and these sharks that are completely underwater now because it is abandoned. They don't come back up. The reason why this ride was actually decommissioned in the first place was because of all of the water animatronics. During COVID, the place completely shut down and all of the animatronics were in the water, so everything decayed. Look at all of these wires and things. Disgusting. This image with the lights kind of on where you can see the giant Kong in the boat that you go around. This is something that I would see in a nightmare. Like, this is what the shark looked like when it first got made in 1990, and that's what it looked like after COVID. The tracks under the sharks, that is sickening. This image where it shows where it comes out, this track is almost scarier than the shark, in my opinion. Watch these videos of the dark ride and when it was working, and let me know how you're feeling, because this is something else.
Just outside Berlin, Spree Park once welcomed over 1 million visitors a year, but financial troubles and strange management decisions like importing South American attractions led to its downfall. Today, it's a haunting mix of fairy tales and forgotten dreams. Abandoned amusement parks are more than just empty lots. They're pieces of the past where joy once lived.